Are you tired of your dog ignoring you when you call them back? Well, don't worry. Today, I'm going to teach you how to recall with your dog. The most common things that I see, one, their dog completely ignores them, they don't come all the way, or they return to you, but once they get the food, they blast off after. So today I'm going to show you the best practices on how to do it from step 0 to step 3. So in 3 easy steps, you're going to make sure that you set your dog up for success and have a bulletproof recall. So right now I have Rumi. I have never worked any recall with him. However, I have done a lot of engagement with him, so he knows that in this public setting, he's going to be rewarded at some point. So that's why he's just sitting here waiting for me. All I want him to start doing is I want him to go sniff around, and then we're going to start practicing the recall. If your dog is somewhat attentive, this is going to work out for you. If your dog is completely overstimulated, you need to go somewhere that's easier, that your dog can actually take food from you or somewhat pay attention to you. My purpose right now, I want him to go be distracted, because that's going to be like real life, right? I'm not going to be calling a dog out of a sit. I'm not be calling them out of a down. I want them sniffing, and I'm going to help them with movement and food. So right now, I'm going to just walk around with him. The moment he looks away from me, I'm going to just dash away from him real quick to get his attention with movement. Good boy. And I'm not really worried about adding the verbal yet until I know that he can consistently chase me when I run away from him. So I want him to goof off again. And I'm waiting for him to not look at me. Good boy. Right? Too many people, they start calling their dog and letting their dog ignore them, blast off, whatever. When I add the recall word, I want them to think that's the most exciting thing to them in the world. All right, so right now he's pretty engaged. I actually don't want this for the purpose of recall. I want him to be distracted. Good boy. Cool, so now we've had like 4 or 5 reps of him coming back to me. I'm still not gonna add the verbal. Right now I'm gonna teach him that when he runs up to me, I'm gonna pay him a couple times so he knows that he should stay in front of me after he returns. So we're gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna pay multiple times when he comes back. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. So break is his release word, so he knows afterwards he gets a reward and he can do whatever after. And then we're gonna just reset, and same thing. I'm gonna do this 2 more times, then we'll add the verbal to it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Good boy. And in the case where you're doing this with your dog and you did it too many times and they're way too engaged like this, you're gonna have to do your best to get them distracted or put them away and try again when they're not as focused. Because for me, when I teach a recall, I want the dog to be distracted. And something that I did not get to show, because he's like following along really well, is if your dog does not respond to the verbal or when you dash away from them, you need to make sure to pull them with the leash and help them return to you. You have to teach them that recall is not optional. Yeah, if he was distracted and just kept sniffing the ground while I either called him or while I was running away, then yeah, I'm gonna use the leash and pull him towards me, and when he comes up to me, then I'll reward. Rumi. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Cool, so that's like a very accelerated version on how to teach the recall. This is the first time I ever worked on it with him, but because I've done so much engagement with him, he knows that paying attention to me is a good thing. He's not really trying to sniff around a lot because he knows every time we come out of the car, we're doing a bunch of rewards. We're either playing, walking, or training with food. So that's why he's waiting to do something with me, because each time we've come out, we're always doing something fun. So I would definitely do that as a prerequisite before teaching your dog the recall, because it's going to make your life way easier and you won't have to correct your dog as much. All right, this time I got Lemon out. She's also a puppy, and hopefully she'll be more distracted so I can show you an example on what to do when you struggle with your dog with this. And nice, she's sniffing around. So let's see how this progression goes. Will she even respond to movement? So she saw a dog. So that's an exact example I want to show, right? What do you do when the dog does not come back to you? You have to help them with the leash, and you're going to help them with movement. Okay, so now she's getting a little amped because I gave her some treats. which I don't want. I want her to be distracted while I work on this. So right now she's looking away, right? So I'm gonna go really close to her and I'm gonna run away. Good girl. I need to make sure to put the food away because she's going crazy. Same thing, I'm gonna go close. Good girl. Good girl. And same thing like last time, I'm gonna make sure to pay while she stays in front of me so she knows to stay in front and not just run off right after. But I want her distracted again. All right, so let's not stick our hands in our pockets either. Good girl. Good girl. So for her, she's a little more distracted. Good girl. Right, so you see how that she wasn't successful, so I gave her a little tug on the leash. She went past me, but I'm not gonna let her keep doing that. Good girl. She tried to zoom past on that last one, which is not what we want, so I wanna make sure she gets repetition of the stuff that we do want. Good girl, good girl. And you see how she kind of just started wandering off right after? So now I know that she can't stay engaged for that long right after I reward her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reward her multiple times for staying in front of me, but I will be the one to release her and she can't just wander off on her own. So same thing, she's sniffing around, getting close, and I'm gonna dash away from her. Good girl. Good girl. Well, she's just disengaging super fast. So what I wanna make sure to do is kind of keep her more engaged first. Good girl. Free. So now she's too focused. You're funny. This might be you're a good example actually. Good girl. Good girl. Free. If your dog needs help, you want to stand really close to them before running away, but for her, I'm gonna try to give her a little more distance now to see how she does. So now I'm gonna be a little further away and then I'm gonna run. So right now it's pretty good. See how that one I had to help her with the leash a little bit? Good girl. So now for her, you could probably do way more reps. I'm just gonna add one verbal on this one and then we'll wrap up with her. Every dog is different. Just make sure you make it short and sweet and successful for the dog. So I'm gonna wait for her to sniff around again. Then I'm gonna call her name and run away, but do it really close. Lemon. Good girl. Free. Where are you? Cool. So I hope this helped. You could see how you might have to help them more with the leash. So go ahead, same thing. Just let us know in the comments what you think, if you tried it and if you're having any trouble.